Well, hello, yala. It is me, it is I, small time DDO, Khadin DJ Internet and Akastracha and Bakalo yala. Please, do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I know one of you is laughing like, damn, she keeps forgetting, she remembered. But anyway, let's get into it. This is one of the diary sessions, guys, where I am just gonna on you, and I don't have my thoughts all arranged around it, but like it's never going to be arranged, so I may as well just come here and have this chat. A while ago, I'm talking years at this point, maybe 4-3 at best, I was sitting with these ladies that I rate immensely, like proper, and I was explaining to them how intensely I feel like I'm very heightened. My state of feeling is heightened, right? Especially when I care about somebody, but it can even be just from just a human level. But in this instance, when I'm in community with somebody and they're going through something and I'm having to be the ear for them and to work through the thing with them, and if they need to, I'm very heightened, right? I need to once I get off the call with you, I need to sort of offload myself, because it literally feels like I've taken on something and it affects me and it weighs on me. I'm that kind of person, right? But that doesn't stop me from being there for people I love. It's just, I've known this about I thought people were just like that. Sorry. I literally thought that's how people process things. Then I don't know. Some of us are tuned in at a frequency where we take on a lot more, and some of us have the capacity to sieve through things and we absorb things differently, right? And then I learned this about myself, and I realized that. And then the ladies are like to me, you're gonna have to deal with that, because we were actually talking about in their friend group, there'd been a rift between two of their mates within that friend group, because this other one feels like me and takes on a lot of what that other person is going through, and then the friend keeps going back to that situation, and obviously a man is at the center of this, right? Now I understand that it takes a few tries, especially in abusive situations of any kind, really, for a person to make I want to say clean exit, but I mean in that they won't return, because you don't come away unscathed, right? It takes a while, and you want to be there for your friend, you want to be a shoulder for your friend, but it gets to a point where you no longer have that capacity. And that's a reality that I've had to deal with about myself, where the 7 times or X number of times that you're going to go back and to this abuser and come out, and then go back and then come out, I need to be honest with myself and say, I can't do the whole trip with you. And maybe at the end, when you finally come out, I'll be here and hold your hand and we can see it through. But for now, I can't endure the turmoil with you, and I can't do the roller coaster with you. And at the back of my mind, I'm like, am I abandoning you, or am I taking care of myself? Am I paying attention to my needs, right? And it's not always in the case of abuse necessarily, right? With the abuse, I experience guilt when a friend is going through that and they keep going back and they come up, because I have mentally, I understand that it's a prison and you're trying to, I get it, but I also know my limit, and it's hard for me to do the back and forth, and and it's just, it takes a toll. It feels like I'm in it with you and I'm not even there. So I can only imagine how intense it is for you that's in the actual thing. But I just want to ask you guys how you navigate that, how you navigate taking care of you while trying to show up for a friend in that situation. Now, where I've drawn the line, where I don't experience guilt or feel like I'm abandoning you, is this shit of when a bitch is addicted to toxicity. I understand that abuse comes in different forms, but some of you girls just have no growth in you. and it's never gonna come. And I think being on social media in particular and watching older women still have the same reasoning and logic that you see a 16-year-old have, in as far as relating to men in a romantic sense happens. Seeing that and looking at some women in my life, I'm like, bitch, I'm not doing this dance with you for another 30 years. I'm not doing this dance with you for another 40 years. Bitch, I'm not doing it with you for the next 2 minutes. You are clearly the type of woman who does not break the cycle. You're the type of woman who gets high off it. You're addicted to the chaos a little bit, and I'm getting off. Don't call me to tell me about how the same Thabang has dribbled you for like the millionth time this March. I'm not picking up that fucking call. I don't give a shit. I experience no guilt around that anymore. I feel like a lot of our friends feel validated in these experiences because they come back and narrate a story, and you're like, oh, what else? And it's all ears, and they're like, oh, and then he was like, and then friend, then I blocked him, and it's like, I have no interest in this fucking rubbish. Don't call me and tell me about either the same fuckboy or a similar type fuckboy, and you saw from jump that this is the same type fuckboy, and you still got with the same type fuckboy, and you want me to not sleep. You want to call me in the AMs and be like sniffling, snuffling, oh my God, he didn't come back yet again. This is your life, girl. You can't still be crying about this. Like, also, you can't still be crying about it and calling me. No! Next broko. I just fell asleep. You're calling me over the same fucking stupid shit. Like, I no longer, I don't know what to expect. I'm even comfortable saying to people in my life, I actually don't want to hear about that. Like, legit. And I would ask, am I the bad dude for? But the truth of the matter is, I actually don't fucking give a shit if I am the bad dude for it. I'm cool being the bad dude for it. Like, I think you get it. Like, that's where I am. That's truly where I am in life. I don't want to hear it. I have this thing that plays in my mind where I feel like if you date from very young, if you start messing with the romantics in your formative years, I really feel like romantic stuff, and you mix it with the physicality of things, is a very heightened experience. And I feel like you're in your teen years, your hormones are bouncing off the walls, and those are the years you also introduce this very complex dynamic that is a romantic relationship to deal with. I find that a lot of women who started dating as young girls in that phase just aren't very bright. I don't know what to tell you. It's almost like they stagnant, like they stayed and they date from that position still. Like you never gave yourself enough time to even form a fucking personality, because some of you actually think your men escapades are an extension of your personality. It's like, develop some interest, learn a craft, girl, learn to do something. Men cannot be your personality. It can, and most of you who start dating that young, it is. And then it's this guy, and you don't know how to be alone. You haven't been alone since you're like fucking 15. And you don't, there's nothing to you. But like, and then at no point do you think, let me stop. Who am I? What do I like? Why do I keep picking these types of men? Why does this keep? At no point do you do that. Instead, you stay on this roller coaster, and then you want an audience for it. You think, I'm going to be the audience. I think fucking not. Right? We are allowed. Tamar fucking Braxton is a perfect example of this. This woman is in her 40s. She's gonna turn 50, still just a fucking hot mess, wanting a man by any means necessary, picking them all fucking wrong. The pool is already, muddy. Somebody has peed in there, this dude in the pool. It's already a hectic situation, to fish yourself a good one out of really a cesspool. It's not even a thing. But like, she repeats the same kind of, or a similar, it's always a variation of the same fucked up kind of dude, right? It's like she's picked a guy that's fucked, and then but it's like the same side, and at no point does she stop to say, when do I stop and spend time with Tamar? That doesn't happen. And as she's doing all of this, she wants an audience. I find these types of women to be energy vampires. And baby, you're not getting fucking shit from me. You are not using up the last bit of my energy. You're also not having me labor in an intellectual and emotional capacity, or for you to get off the phone after literally holding me hostage with your fucking tears. Fuck you. And now it's 3 o'clock, right? Because you called me at 2. Only for you to hang up and call that same dude. Baby, you had me on this phone for an hour for what? For what? For the why? What? You could have just sat in the mirror and looked and said whatever, but no. Instead, if you're in my life and you are aware that you're the type of woman that likes to be in a relationship for the drama and the chaos, and you think it's the movies and you think it's cute, don't call me. I will hang up on you, and I will send you a text in the morning telling you all about you. Because grow the fuck up. Grow up. It's really not fair. It's not fair. Honestly, guys, this is where I am and this is how I feel. I want to take care of me. I have real problems. Real, actual, emotionally, physically taxing things that are happening to me at my age, outside of my control. And you have those things as well, right? Your family life is this, your career, and in the midst of all of that, you still want to be creating room for the same dude who dribbled you when you were 14. And not only do you want to create room for that person, you want me to create room to hear about it. Show me the part of your brain that comes up with this rubbish. Show me the exact part, because we need to cut it out and throw it away because it's not serving you. And it's definitely not serving me. That's how I feel. And you all may feel like, oh my God, we don't grow at the same pace. Well, you're going to have to grow alone. You're going to have to grow alone. I think I have more patience for the other thing I was saying with dating young. I also feel like, I think I said this already, it stunts their growth in all manner of ways. Every time I hear about people saying they're high school sweethearts, I literally just want to vomit. I just want to vomit. I'm like, oh God, not much has happened there. Like, please, if you're like the little exception, you don't need to hide palpitation and make it about you if you know you don't fall in here. I feel like it stunts your growth. It's almost like when a person is in like a very abusive relationship as well, their growth is stunted because they're in survival mode, right? Which makes a lot of sense. You are you can't pick up a book and learn about anything, consume current affairs, share in Discord, nothing. You're hyper focused on survival. Half the time you're trying to make like your life as comfortable as possible for the abuser, right? To ease the abuse, or what you think is gonna ease the abuse. I feel the same. Guys, sometimes it's this particular person I'm talking about is a person who just thinks like romantic love is supposed to be tumultuous. Like they really think it's the movies. Like they really think and then you're supposed to break up, and then it's supposed to block you, and then you guys don't speak for a while, then y'all fight for a bit, and then you're fucking grown. You're grown. Where are you getting the energy for that? We don't even have the energy to go clubbing, babe. And you want a relationship that's like this? That looks like that? That's what you want? Do it alone. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody. And they love to talk about themselves and hear about oh my God. If you're this person, when you call, your friends roll their eyes and they say, I hope it's not about that fucking dude or some new dude. They actually hope you have a life now. They hope you call them and tell them you started scrapbooking. And they wish you would talk to them about how you're knitting now and the new knit pact. Like they're hoping, but no. That's me. If you guys feel different, you tell me. If you feel like I'm not being understanding to other people's like growth, how we're not gonna grow at the same. I'm not saying other people, I lag in other parts that they have done exceptionally well in. I'm just saying I don't want to be on the roller coaster with you. I don't want to be your audience. I feel like it's even enabling at times to be the person who's always like, oh yeah, friend, tell me what happened this time. Girl, he cheated again. Like he cheated like last week. Like, was she... Oh, Jane. Bye, you guys.